alien creature with tentacles. What's back here? Nothing. Look, these are cardboard crates. This is not from the 1700s. Somebody was here recently. You know, like cardboard decays fairly quickly when you leave them outside like this. It can't have been more than a few years, if that. Probably less than a year. How quickly does cardboard decay in this sort of environment? It's Scandinavia, so it rains. Yeah, it must be recent.
3 cormorants seen at dusk. They did not land. This house built of stone, built by a long-dead shepherd. Contents: my camp bed, a stove, a table, chairs, my clothes, my books. The caves that score out the belly of this island, leaving it famished. My limbs and belly famished. This skin, these organs, this failing eyesight. When the battery runs out in my torch, I will descend into the caves and follow only the phosphorescence home.
Okay, bro. Okay. Well, I mean, there's the stuff, yeah, there's the stuff you just said, but there's also buckets and buckets of fluorescent paint. What's that about? There's no way he could have survived on canned goods. How many cans are there here? Like a dozen or 2 dozen? That wouldn't even last you 2 months, would it? What is that? It's like an ultrasound. Was she pregnant when she got run over? Maybe she was. But are these eggs? These are eggs. Okay, so this guy's been... But no, there are no birds on the island. How can there be eggs? What? Okay, maybe he's just crazy. Maybe there are birds on the island. Although we haven't seen any birds on the island. Where did the eggs come from? Anyway. What's this? Can't read that. Would the game be more interesting if we could read this stuff? Okay, a filthy bedroll. There's chemistry on that cup. This guy must be like a chemistry guy, like he knows. Okay. Yeah, so there are birds. There you go, there's one. And by the way, the bird flew towards the radio tower, indicating that that's where you're meant to go. So there are birds, there are eggs. This guy's a little bit emo, saying there's no birds, but there are. Are we supposed to go down or up? Probably not down. Did I? There was another building on the other side. Oh, there it is. Let's check what that is. If you see me strafing to the left a lot, that's because my keyboard is slightly broken. So sometimes I just do this for no reason. Just strafe to the left. What is this? Nothing here. What is that? You can't see it. More hydrocarbons. Wait a minute, that's not a hydrocarbon. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Alright, let's keep walking to the radio tower. I hope this story is not completely emo, just cause that would be a little bit disappointing. You know, emo isn't difficult. You know, like if something bad happens and you just let go, that's emo. It doesn't take any effort. You know what I mean? I mean, not to... Is it a grave? That looks like a grave. Like, not to put anyone down, but... Like, emo is like, easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just let go and it happens. It's not like you have to work very hard to be sad. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's try to find out where we're supposed to go next. Apparently it's not a straight path all the way up to the radio tower, because this is like there's a barrier here. Although I think he did say we're supposed to go into a cave and let the fluorescence guide us, so maybe that's what we're doing right now. Maybe that's what that is. Okay. That does look like a path. I'm not sure though. Is that a cave? Is this a path? Yeah.
He left his body to the medical school and was duly opened out for a crowd of students 21 days after his passing. The report is included in my edition of his book. The syphilis had torn through his guts like a drunk driver, scrambling his organs like eggs on a plate. But enough definition remained for a cursory examination, and, as I suspected, they found clear evidence of kidney stone. He's likely to have spent the last years of his life in considerable pain. Perhaps this is the root of his laudanum habit. Although its use makes him an unreliable witness, I find myself increasingly drawn into his orbit.
Okay. He has syphilis. He was on the island alone with his goats, and he caught syphilis. I'll just leave it at that.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. All around him small flowers were reaching for the weak sun. The goats had adjusted happily to life without a shepherd and were grazing freely about the valley. Donnelly reports they hurled the body in fear and disgust down the shaft, but I cannot corroborate this story.
Okay. Why is there a path back here? Why is there... like, why are we here? We can't... There's nothing there, right? Am I crazy or what? And did the story mess up? Like it was like they threw the shepherd down the shaft, or did they dissect the shepherd and find syphilis? Who is he talking about? Did I miss something or what? I mean, it still looks good, but it's just variations of the same rocks and cliffs and plants, isn't it? I don't know. Like 15 minutes, maybe half an hour of this is okay, but this is just a little too slow and a little too much of the same things, I feel like. This is variations on a theme. I don't know. Okay, there's more boats here. This one's completely gone. It was a wooden boat. Or ship even. It's pretty big. Or is that a cave? Or is the cave there? Or what is it? That's not...
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg.
Ah,
I think the femur is broken.
fail.
It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
You broke your leg climbing... Wait, you climbed down the cliffs? There's a path right there. Are you crazy? What? What? Did he... What, did you break your leg walking down a path? Are you serious? And also, where's the cave? Is that the caves or is that the caves? What was this? What was this? That's the caves. And what's this? I don't know if I meant to like keep feeling sorry for the guy. Like he lost his wife or he lost Esther, whoever she is. He came here all emo, stranded here, broke his leg. Like, should I keep feeling sorry for him? Or at some point do I just say, okay, this is stupid. You can do better than this. A briefcase. I think those are women's clothes. If those are men's clothes, then they're not very manly clothes. Okay. Is it a blouse? No, it's a shirt. I can't tell. Jeans? Alright, let's go into the cave. I mean, these are interesting, you know, views. You know, like there's narrowness and sky in the background, and the dark and the light, you see it there. I mean, there's some very beautiful moments in the game. It's just there's nothing else going on. Is that enough? Should you pay money for this? That's the question we're gonna try to answer at the end of the game. Should you pay money for this? I think this might be the end of the next chapter. I mean, even the caves are awesome. Look at this. Wait, is that HDR? I'm not sure. Look at the lights though. Look at this. There's the grey, there's the yellow, and then there's the blue beyond. Like, whoever made this understands color theory. At least. Like, whoever made this understands how to make things. Look at this orange and the blue and the grey. You've got some artists working here. That's pretty awesome. Are you serious? We're going down there? With a broken leg? Okay, chapter 3. Did you seriously just go down there? Wow. Huh. I mean, it's interesting. The story's interesting. The environment looks good. I just don't know if you would pay money for this. I hope I don't get to the end and regret paying money for this. But the story will have to be really, really good. You know what I'm saying? There must be some... Yeah, you just jumped into a cave, good job.
Donnelly's addiction is my one true constant. Even though I wake in false dawns and find the landscape changing, flowing in constantly through my tears, I know his reaching is always upon me.
I don't understand, but that looks really good. Wow, look at that. Okay, be right back.